Hey guys, sorry to have to cut off the catchy track. Oh, it's been a minute since I've streamed FGO in this setup. Let me know if everything comes out. If anything is up with the FGO other than the color balancing. I know the color balancing on my FGO streams is perpetually off in exchange for having a legible chat on the side. Hi, Kevin Max, Nady, Zero Herrera, and Carlos Fabulosa. So I don't know how many of you are in the Discord, but if any, or I guess this is in the actual Seki FGO streams. It has been a thing that exists. And there is the visible proof, guys. Yes, my interludes and rank ups are fucked. Part of it is that I just got lazy, and another part of it is I leveled so many servants rapidly over the last 3 years that happened. But I'm gonna get right into this because we need to get started. I'm actually gonna get a free 10 quartz right after completing this one Skahawk rank up quest. Yeah. Think about all the Saint quartz I have sitting at the table. We're also gonna use this as a soft bond increase for just random servants I'm bonding to 5. So you'll see that get swapped around as we go. Probably use a lot of gold apples today because these eat up AP like no one's business. I don't know if anyone's going to pop in. I think Seki is still out of town. So I wouldn't expect her to pop in. And if she does, it'll be late if she's getting in late tonight. But I did put out the invite for both Vorn and Rome if they're available to pop into the Discord. Yeah, it's just Saint Quartz farming. That's half of what we're doing here today. Now, that said, this is going to be a chill stream for while we're doing rank ups, so I'm going to do this one. But I actually kind of want to skew towards interludes for today if possible, just because it gives me something to chew on other than just tapping the same few buttons over and over again. I can do this at like literally while I'm working, making phone calls. I'll have the phone on silent. I'll just be kind of silently tapping while I'm waiting for the phone to ring. So this is like, I'm going to do one here, and then I think we're focusing on interludes unless we have a guest. We'll pop into rank ups. So I will scroll through my rank ups and see if there's any that scream at me as being higher priority. But that's at least the sense that's what I'm feeling right now. Let's see here. That said, if anyone has anything you want me to react to, something safe copyright wise, I can do a little reaction stream if it's depends on what you request. But I can do it. And we can like either throw it up in a corner while we're farming, or depending, I can even cut it all on screen here. Grinding it so you can go back to blitzing the story while you know you can skip Trom. Wrong for doing. Yeah, it is wrong to skip Trom. Trom is like the least skippable chapter in FGO. Heian Kyo? Nah. Like, Heian Kyo, you could skip kinda. In fact, there's even I've talked with my brother about this. If they ever wanted to adapt Heian Kyo, or not Heian Kyo, the Lost Belt into an anime, Heian Kyo is one of the most skippable chapters. Because there is a moment in Olympus where you could just write Doman out of the story. And believably, you kind of do write Doman out of the story in that moment. Outside of the fact that he says, come to Heian Kyo, he doesn't have to keep existing. So, but Trom, you cannot skip Trom. It is arguably more integral to the final chapter than Avalon Lefay is. Is there Holiness sometime soon in the schedule? I don't think so. I had to think about that. I was like, I swear she came up recently. But no, it wasn't for her video. I don't think she's anytime immediately. She might be. She might be. There is a month this year where she might be one of our servants. I'd have to look back through it. No promises coming from me. Although I might be a little willing to be a little loose-lipped about what some of the upcoming reacts are. Just because we have been so, we have been having a harder time keeping up with them lately. Which, by the way, that should ease up. Seki has caught us up on reacts at this point. Those things are coming out. I think another one should have gone up either today or tomorrow, and another one on the following day, I think. Something like that. She's got those set to come out relatively quickly. Things on Richard and John. Richard's hair color is maybe accurate, and John's second ascension height is his historical height. That's nifty. His ability to avoid us killing him and set up Hankyo. Yeah. But the only thing Hankyo is actually important. The only important thing that happens in Hankyo is Doman dies. Like, let's be real here. And I like Hankyo, by the way. Hankyo is like one of my favorite like side chapters, like optional chapters. But it's really not important in the grand scheme of things. Now, it's more important than Tunguska. I'll give it that. It's more important than Tunguska. Tunguska's a hilarious one to me. It's hilarious how completely not important Tunguska ends up being in the long run. The summon to Hankyo? Yeah, it's like one of those little factoids that really means... Like, it's there in the lore. They haven't done shit with that. Okay. We are on round 2, I think, because round 3 would be the 2-parter. I'll probably switch off of Kukulkan at various points. I got other servants that would be pretty fun to loop with. Because obviously, but like, I gotta have the Kukulkan looping going for a while. I mean, that's just, it's not a NikNak FGO stream if half of it isn't Kukulkan dropping the sun on someone. Hi, Koya. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Zerhura. That's it. It's just so odd to me. It's almost like they wrote Tunguska and even Hankyo to just kind of be footnotes. Compared to Trom. Like, you skip Trom in any theoretical anime adaptation, or if you skip reading Trom, you're going to be lost as to why so many things are different going into Nahui McLawn. Why suddenly there's characters that weren't there before. Why the relationships aren't the way they are. Why some characters are missing. Or why a character is missing. It's bad. It's just genuinely a really stupid move to make that chapter skippable. Fuck! That was bound to happen eventually. For our purposes, this isn't actually that bad. Bond 15. Supports are at 14. Well, that should be a problem soon. I think the Bond 15 bonus, is that this anniversary? Was that this anniversary? It should be coming up relatively soon. So, like, just last, what is it? A month and a half? And you should be fine. And honestly... That's right. Still, this should be fine. Oh, is it next anniversary? Oof, if that was introduced last year, never mind, you're sucking. Still doubt that. Funny you should mention that. Okay. Alright. Easy 12 quartz. And top tier Skahawk buff. Oh wait, am I still one off? Oh, I'm one off. Okay. We're doing another rank up. Alright, who's catching my eye here? Could do Skahawk again, that'd be kind of funny. Oh, obviously I know who we're doing. Obviously. Oh, that's Berserker enemies. Okay. I was like, oh, maybe I can run my my Alice. Alice doesn't... Hilariously, I can't 3-turn if there's Berserkers with Alice. Also, you should be able to swap out now. Okay, let's see. Ah, perfect. Master mission for getting servants to bond 10. I see. Is that what that was? Summer Scotty is... If you have normal Scotty, it's not that big a deal. Summer Scotty, in my experience, doesn't make the difference between you completing 90++ and not completing 90++. Compared to someone like Koyan or Oberon, or even Castoria for some comps. The difference there is just who can actually loop, not necessarily... And the damage you're doing is a little better, but I don't think it's necessary, because I feel like most of the power creep has come in the 90++s compared to the other nodes. Still, she's nice to have. She's a great damage bonus, and she's just better than original Scotty. But having original Scotty is going to get you most of what you need. Yeah, advanced quests are where you're going to feel out the most when you can't borrow support servants. Or those quests where they force you to use a servant, and it's got a certain support servant, and it's a quick servant, and then it's nice to have them both. Aoko, Alice, and Avenger Raiko. Oh, and the Lucky Bag? Let me think. It depends on who you have in each of those classes, I guess. Aoko's great for challenge quests. Look, as a certified Alice lover, there are a couple better Lucky Bag caster picks than Alice. Ash is just objectively the better looper. Or not looper, but farmer. And is a good hybrid support. I think Ash is just the better servant if you're looking for like something meta. And getting her at higher NP levels actually is worth it. Because she is a caster and suffers so much damage-wise. But if you like Alice, yeah, it's worth going for more copies of her because she's a caster. Her damage is just going to be much lower than any other night farm, or it's going to be much lower than your average neutral farmer. Only other option on the OC banner, and the one drawback is Breedomar. The OC banner. Ordeal Call? I guess, other than so then Avenger Raiko. I have NP2 Avenger Raiko. I don't use her that much. But that might just be me, because I've also... she's just not usually my playstyle, like quick critters. I don't use a lot of quick crit servants. From my understanding, she's a good quick critter. She has a great kit for it. So if you like critical play like that, she's not bad. But I don't know. I don't use her much, so it just depends on how much that playstyle appeals to you. Look, Septim being excluded is just because Septim is bad. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea why they excluded Septim. It is a weird exclusion. And hang on, guys. I'm going to go flick a light on. I flicked one of my lights on for some reason, but I need this back one on. It gets really, really dark in here in the evening if I don't have that on. I'm sure some people remember. Some people were here last stream when I forgot to flick that on. I have no idea why they would exclude Septum. I really don't. I have some theories based off of the title that was announced. I don't want to go spoiling JP. This is not the stream for me to be throwing around JP theories. This is even an NA story stream. This is a NA mindless farming stream. So, frankly, I should stay away from like speculation on coming JP story events. Like, I don't know it off the top of my head. It's something that's implying, like, we're looking back at some of the history of, like, where we're looking at past Chaldea or something like that. There's a lot, like, I saw it and I immediately was like, oh, this is the direction we're going, and this is what some of these things meant, in terms of hints that we've had throughout the year. I guess for JP players, I'm gonna summarize my my theory as follows, or summarize what I'm thinking as follows. Go back to some of the gimmicks of this last White Day in the photo portrait mode. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I think is like where I think we're going with this next chapter. Does Seki know about the Iskandar buff coming in 9th anniversary? Like, I've mentioned it to her before. There's a buff for Iskandar that makes him pretty decent at farming. But there's two things to keep in mind about that. Thing one is Seki doesn't actually have her Iskandar skills leveled that much. She's not going to, even when she does the rank up, inevitably, eventually, maybe, hopefully, it's not actually going to provide a lot of great turnaround for her, most likely. And the other thing to keep in mind about that is she does not have an Oberon. So her ability to get anything out of that Iskandar buff it's mostly going to be slight more consistent. It's not going to be like suddenly Iskandar is a good rider farmer for her. I guess the last thing to keep in mind is she is not starved for rider farmers right now. Caster Scotty, since account was 3 months in. Sorry. You've had Caster Scotty since your account was 3 months in, and your account is 5 years old in 3 months. I see. If it's an NA account, that means you're coming up on the 9th anniversary. It's just you joined around the 4th anniversary. You didn't get Scotty on her original banner then, because Scotty was 3rd anniversary, right? Because Da Vinci Rider was 4th and 5th is Castoria. You got Scotty Castor on a rerun then. Going to Anastasia was Castoria. Okay. My first meta support was actually Merlin. Like, I was playing Solomon. Not, like, I got Merlin. No, I wasn't playing Solomon. I got Merlin while I was in London. I think. It was either London or I might have been a little further than that in No, I was in Camelot. I got Merlin around the time I started playing Camelot. My brother got Merlin in London. I started playing not long before the original run of the Aprilia event. Actually, I'm pretty sure I started playing right around the 1st anniversary. Like, I got the start dash of the 1st anniversary by complete chance accident. Like, I wasn't told I should start playing by the friend I knew that was telling me I should play FGO. I didn't know the anniversary was happening. I just popped in because I felt like it, because I was on a Fate binge and I had rewatched the First Order OVA. I think that's pretty much when I started. I remember the Onigashima event was literally ended right when I started playing. I started playing and it was the... What was it? Am I wrong about the anniversary? Because I started playing... Sanzong Coming to the West started shortly after I started playing. I tapped into it a bit and then immediately went on to just ignored the rest of it. But I was there in time to play through the Narrowfest 2. But that was after Aprilia, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look back at my timeline of events here to really piece together where I started. Hang on, we can check this. There is a very easy way to check this. I'm just going to finish up this fight, and then I'm going to go to my room. I'll take a look at the exact day I started playing. I missed the Solomon raids. I am still so mad to this day that I missed those Solomon raids. And I didn't miss it by that much. I was playing Solomon like a month later. A month or two later. And what's crazy is, like... Yeah, no, I could have been through the Solomon raids if I had taken the game slightly more seriously, slightly earlier. Then again, I would not have done very well in the Solomon raids. My account sucked when I was at Solomon. I probably would have run like a couple raids, maybe run each raid once, and then just given up because they would have been a pain in the ass for my account with like no class coverage. I am excited for the Part 2 finale raids in NA because I really, really enjoyed those raids in JP, and they actually last a fair amount of time. Like. And maybe I'm just nostalgic because I was in Japan while those were going on. So I was like, I had like the authentic experience of playing those raids on the bullet train. waiting to arrive at my stop and running them on longer subway rides. It was actually kind of sick. And I'm not going to spoil the context of it, but I exited the day after I arrived in Tokyo was the day the final part of the story like fully dropped. Like you could get to the end credits of Part 2, and it was funny. I was like sitting there in the middle of the night pointing at my screen. I was just there. That's all I'll say about that. But that was even though I couldn't stream it on camera, and I still feel bad I couldn't stream it on camera. It was pretty fun to have that experience. Okay, let's take a look at when my Spirit Origin list starts. So we are filtering this by acquisition. Hi, 5-star EXPs. I need some shit to level, don't I? I started playing... there we go. I actually started playing in June of 2018, meaning I was there for the first anniversary, but I did not play. So I didn't get the first anniversary start dash. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe it was just a generic starting bonus. It could have just been the generic starting bonus. Let's see. I can follow up what the... So, in case you're curious, yeah, it took me almost 3 months to get my first SSR. You started playing after me and actually got ahead of me. That does not surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. I was not bum rushing FGO. And I was, unlike now, like now, I work a cushy office job. I can, like, on my breaks tap through FGO easily. Or when I'm working from home especially, just, like, if I'm on a phone call or I'm making calls and I've got nothing going on in my hands, I can use FGO to just mindlessly do something with my hands while I'm working with the sound off. I could not do that when I was in university working at a fucking Target. So... that's where most of this early progress came from until I got my office job. And, like, look at this. You could see where my class coverage was. Like, I had Archer, Saber. Rider. Never leveled her until much later. Caster. Archer. I deadass did not have a gold berserker until you in November. My account started slow. I actually think the big turnaround when I started really making progress was when I got Vlad Extra. Vlad Extra was kind of my key to actually making things happen. And then this is around where the Solomon raids were. You can see that's where Merlin was. I was in Camelot around that time. I had a friend that was playing FGO. He's actually been on the channel before. If you ever go back to, I think he's been on a couple discussions, and he was in the Waifu Wars video. Danny Boy. I pulled this NP2 Ilya, and I was like, hey, I just pulled an Ilya NP. I just pulled 2 copies of Ilya. And he was like, how? Fucking how? Because I was not saving my courts at all at this time. I was just throwing down on whatever banners look cool. And honestly, I think that's the best way to play early on, because you do want to build out some sort of collection early on to get you through some of the early game and allow you to make actual progress in the mid game. It's not until you get to the late game where I'm starting to be like, okay, now you should be saving for the stuff that you know for a fact you want and for the meta supports. Once you're familiarized more with the game. But in the early game, you don't want to be running around with just a bunch of bronzes and silvers. And whatever gold they give you at the starts. Okay, let's get back to this. So I just finished I already got the 10, right? Yes. Let's move over to an interlude so I could do a little reading. Oh yeah, I did get a Tammy Cat. Tama Cat sucked back then. Cut me a break here. She wasn't good. She's still only okay. Yes, you can reroll the initial gold and get Heracles. I didn't know about how good Heracles was, and I think my initial roll was a frickin' Emiya. So as the Fate Stay Night, Ufotable UBW fan that I was, yeah, I was pretty happy to get Emiya as my gold servant. Oh, that's funny. That's real funny, actually. So if you look at my Emiya and my Mash, I actually started FGO, put it down, and didn't actually play Fuyuki until the next day, because there are 2 different obtaining dates. I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious. I'm surprised I came back to it. Normally when I do that kind of thing with a gacha game, I just drop it the next day. Okay, now to do interludes. Guys, y'all are going to have to suggest to me some interludes here. I'm not going for necessarily quartz and not necessarily going for anything in particular. I think the obvious one I just saw there was Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh gives me an actual buff to his NP. Luvia is also pretty compelling, given that I have her at 10-10-10 NP5. And she has an NP buff. But I'm open to reading an interlude if it's good, especially. If you guys have an interlude you think is good and you want me to read it, I will read it on camera here. Do the Don Quixote interlude? Don Quixote? How many people we have in chat? We have 8 people in chat. I could throw up a poll. Give me one more, guys. One more. Quixote. I want an even 3 options here. Alright, I saw Medusa Child first, so this is the poll. Which interlude? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll never want to hear a streamer saying uh-oh. Let me just say that. There we go. Start poll. I hope that started the poll. I don't see my poll here. Where's the poll I just posted? Oh, there it is. Am I the only one that's only seeing comma in the poll options? Oh no, there it is. Okay, I'm watching the poll now. Ooh, this is a tight poll. Not surprisingly, the one I had to ask to get a third option on isn't getting it. Ooh, okay. I think commas... Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, I think comma just took it. Guys. That's a... Oh, God, why? Oh, no. Oh, no. We are split perfectly even with 6 people, and that 7th person might be me. Why? Why? You guys suck. Okay. Obviously, democracy doesn't work. Yeah, democracy doesn't work. This is why we can't have democracy. No kidding. Okay. What's the fun coin to do? Here we go. This one won't dox me. I've got a coin here that'll dead-ass dox me if I show it to you. Alright. Say... Let's go heads Don Quixote because he has 2 heads. Tails, comma. For no good reason. I can't think of a reason why that would be the win. Or should I go tails because Sancho has a tail? We're gonna go. I like that better. Tails for Sancho because Sancho has a tail. And it's tails. We're doing Don Quixote first. Okay, where's my Don Quixote interlude? I will switch servants here. Let's do Melusine. No less boring than Kukulkan farming, but it's something different. How's Giles' bond looking? Almost bond 2. And this is why that's decided before coin toss. Look, I didn't look at who was there. I flipped the coin, I came up with a reason before revealing it to myself, and I had no idea which one was on top. Here you go, sir. A nice hot cup of tea. And here is yours, master. Oh, thank you, Sancho. Thank you very much. They say chamomile is supposed to help you relax. I hope you like it. Ah, that's good. This is so relaxing. It's a beautiful day. I'm sure if we do our laundry today, it would dry in no time. What was that? It's a whale. Oh my, how majestic. Skip this, it's the first time watching it. I always feel so tempted to skip these because a lot of interludes just kind of suck. But This one should be newer, so I don't mind reading this at all. Ooh, it's so peaceful. Oh, sorry. Ooh, it's so peaceful here, isn't it, Sancho? Indeed, sir. It really makes me want to relax. I'm afraid that's not an option. Yes, you're right, Master. Indeed, let's take stock of our situation. We've ray-shifted here today to repair a minute singularity. This singularity is in fact centered on this very ship. You and Sir handily defeated its ghost pirates, but just when you're about to make your triumphant return, we received word from Chaldea that they were unable to ray-shift us back. We haven't been able to reach them since. So now we're enjoying a cup of tea since there's nothing else we can do. Of course, I'm certain Chaldea is aware of the situation. They should contact us soon. You heard her, Master, so why don't we take this opportunity to relax? I'll go get something to help with that right now. One moment, please. Here we go. A tarp to lay out on the deck, a blanket for a quick catnap, and a light meal to go with your tea. Wow, you really are good at this. Oh, it was nothing. Two hours later. Oh wait, I need to go back. That could have been a great something great to keep around for edits. Damn it. Whatever. Maybe I'll remember it's here later. Good question. Good question. It should have only taken them 5 minutes or so to reestablish communications. But it's been 2 hours and we still haven't heard from them. All we can do is wait and remain vigilant. So, since we're out in the middle of the sea, there's nothing for us to do for fun. I suspect the unusual nature of the singularity may have something to do with it. Sir, Master, perhaps we should go over what happened when we ray-shifted. That may give us some sort of clue. Okay, let's give it a shot. We ran into the ghost pirates almost immediately after ray-shifting here. Indeed, I believe it went something like... I'm seeing tons of hostile ghosts near your position. It looks like you're on a ghost ship. T.H.E. What are they trying to say? Don't pay too much attention to what the dead have to say. They're sometimes trying to lure you to join them. Sancho is right. If they were harmless, we might be able to resolve this peacefully. But since they're already attacking, you have to defend yourself. Prepare for battle. Understood. There we go. There's our excuse for combat. That didn't take too long. Hi, Andrea. I think we can make a good amount of progress on interludes and rank ups today. I'm hoping for at least 7. I don't know, I just pulled the number out of my ass, to be quite honest. Interludes and rank ups, Andrea. Interludes and rank ups. I got too many of them to do. This is Don Quixote's. Well, no, not as voted on by Democracy. Democracy couldn't make up its damn mind, so I had to flip a coin. My favorite mech in fiction? Oh, that's a rough one. I can't say I like mechs, but I don't have, like, I don't know them by name, and I'd have to sit down and, like, really think about all the mechs that I've seen in media. Unfortunately, my gut's going to, like, gut instinct. I would love to say something from Xenoblade or Xenoblade 2. But honestly speaking, those mechs only stand out to me because they're also typically either characters or associated with a character. It's not like I don't think they're particularly cooler than any mechs in any other mech, like any mecha anime I've watched or any other mech media. It's just Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 1. Those stories stand out to me because I like them so much. Is Wing Zero Gundam? I need to watch a Gundam. That's like the one If I have an anime blind spot right now, it's Gundam. For some ungodly reason, I still haven't watched a single piece of Gundam anything. And I can't tell you why, to be honest. I just haven't. I'd probably like it, too, seeing what media I've liked over the years. I probably would like Gundam a lot. But for some reason, even when there's like a new Gundam coming up, I'm like, oh, this could be kind of fun to watch. I don't do it. And I shouldn't, like, hold myself back. Like, yeah, we'll do it for the channel one of these days. Because the one who'd do it for the channel would be Seki. And Seki has a lot of things above Gundam she's interested in submitting or having us watch. So I shouldn't rely on that. I probably should just watch a Gundam at some point, but I just haven't found... I just haven't done it yet. I don't know why. It's not motivation. I'd love to do it. It's not time. I've watched anime from scratch on a whim. I've never had the... Like, sat down like, oh, I want to watch an anime. I should watch a Gundam. Haven't done that. Favorite genre or themes? Okay. So my favorite genre is urban fantasy and sort of that any urban from like anything Victorian through the modern day kind of deal. That said, I also have a really big soft spot for sci-fi and space opera. Now, if you want to, like, I guess that's sort of my ranking here. Urban, like your average like space science fiction or sci-fi in general, and then high fantasy. That said, if you want like themes, I tend to really gravitate towards very political themes or themes on interpersonal dynamics. Those tend to be the ones that get me the most. So this is why I'm such a sucker for something like for any of the Persona games at this point, really, is because those games deal in nothing if not interpersonal dynamics, and especially in Five's case, politics. Turn a Gundam works for that? Look, remind me about that later. I'll absolutely feel free to be dropping Gundam recommendations for me in the Discord. Yes, that's why I'm aware I'd love Gundam, because I love me politics in fiction. Begone, wicked ghosts! We did it! Indeed, well done, both of you. Haha, it was nothing. Great job, team. As soon as we know the singularity is repaired, we'll get you on your way home. Thanks for all the help. Yes, that's how I remember it going, too. I also found it odd that the ghost pirates put up so little fight. I agree that they were too weak to qualify as enemies. Thinking on it now, it does seem odd. A few weak ghosts coming together shouldn't be enough to create a singularity, even a minute one. Maybe we should take another look around the ship? Good idea. The ghosts should all be gone, but there could still be something else going on here. I agree. Let's get started right away. This must be the captain's quarters. I see. Very fancy. How dare the captain take advantage of their position to live in such luxury at the crew's expense? We should tear the whole thing down in this instant. Hang on. Let's not be too hasty. Master is right, sir. There may be clues here. Let's just make sure there's nothing of value in here first. Then we can tear the whole thing down. Fine. Alright, let's see what sort of clues we can find. It seems to be a bottle of spirits. Excellent quality at that. Let's hang on to this. Do we really need that? Who knows? Maybe we can use it for a pick-me-up later. Oh, I suppose that's right. Alright. I'm certainly of drinking age, What about this painting? I think it's the captain's family. Looks that way. It's probably the owner of this ship. And look, there's a signature on the back. Miguel Hernandez de Soto, captain of the Fuente de Esperanza. And written there it says, with his beloved family. There you have it. So, were these our ghosts? I don't know. The ghost seems pretty piratey, right? True. What do you think, Sancho? Weak as they were, there is no denying their aggressiveness. And some of them certainly looked as though they used to be pirates. Indeed, I know I can get confused sometimes, but I can still tell pirates from sailors. I just thought of something. Just like that? You inspired me, sir. Just seeing you stand upright is a striking sight. That's not actually much of a compliment, is it? Anyway, what did you think of? The ship's log. Captain Miguel here seems like an earnest sort, so I bet he was diligent about keeping a log. And if he did, he probably kept it somewhere in his desk. Aha! Found it. Nice thinking. Good, I can read the language he wrote it in. And it does seem Captain Miguel was indeed one to keep the log. Although it also seems he wrote it quite some time ago. 200 years before we ray-shifted here, in fact. That makes the ship quite the antique. Hold on. For a 200-year-old ship, it seems awfully... Yes, sir, everything here is clearly much newer than that. Maybe the whole ship itself is a ghost. Well, for now, let's see what the ship's log has to say. October 11th. Clear skies, light breeze. The voyage has been smooth as silk so far. October 13th. Strong wind. We'll store the rainwater in barrels and bolster our drinking water supplies. October 21st. Cloudy, no wind. The deal was a success. We now begin our voyage home. I can't wait to see my wife and child again. I wonder how much he's grown this past year. It looks like the voyage continued without incident. For a while. Let me just skip ahead. Here we go. His handwriting is much less messier here, and he stopped logging the date and weather. We've been boarded by pirates. They killed my crew in the raid. Soon they'll come for me. But I won't go quietly. This is my ship. If anyone tries to steal it, I'll use my secret spell to cast a great curse and I'll keep the ship out of anyone else's hands, even if I must pay for it with my life. This ship is mine. It will always be mine. The entry is followed by a diagram drawn in blood. A diagram? Let me see. What could this be? I think I have an idea. That's our master. Well, I have none. Would you tell me what it is, Sancho? This is a magecraft spell. Captain Miguel may not have been a mage, but it seems he had some knowledge of magecraft all the same. And he used what he knew to complete the spell at the cost of his own life. Unfortunately, the logbook contains no detail as to the spell's purpose or function. While I lack the knowledge to be certain, I can make an educated guess. I believe Captain Miguel transformed this entire ship into a massive curse. I think we can at least be certain the ghosts we fought here were pirates. That would mean that the pirates who tried to take this ship for themselves fell under the captain's curse, and were doomed to wander across the sea ever since, even after their deaths. And now I suspect the same curse is on us as well, which means we'll be forced to stay here until we die. No, even beyond that. Oh gosh, forgive me, Master. I'm afraid I'm not good at dealing with these sorts of things. I'm not either. Quite the horrific turn of events. However, we do know what we must do to put a stop to this. Yeah, destroy that spell. Exactly. Very well, now that we know our goal, all that remains is to charge headlong toward it. The ship isn't terribly big. It shouldn't take us long to find the diagram in the log. You're wrong there, Sancho. Huh? Something tells me that we have a fierce battle ahead of us, just like we did in the Freston the Magician. Now come, Sancho. Come, Master. May the light shine upon our way of chivalry. It's not here! Yeah, I can't find it anywhere either. How odd, we've turned over every corner of this ship. That diagram should have turned up by now. All we found was some wistful-looking doll that seemed vaguely cursed in its own right. Want it? No, I do not. Then I'll hold on to it. There's something about it I'd like to look into later. Here you go, then. Thank you. Now, where else could we look? I wonder if... I've got it! Got what, sir? If it's not inside the ship, then it must be outside the ship, on its hull. That doesn't seem very likely, but I suppose we could take a look. Sure. Why not? I feel like you're right about that, Dakota Doyle. I don't know. Maybe that'll come up. Please be careful, sir. I won't be able to rescue you if you fall overboard. Tough to get a good look at the ship's outer hull from here. Indeed, and when you think about it, a diagram like that on the ship's hull would draw attention from any observer, which leads me to believe it's almost certainly not the air. So then, it really isn't anywhere on this ship. What about the captain's log? Exactly, the ship was under siege, and the captain had no choice but to hole up in his quarters. He couldn't have had anywhere to go, or else he would have just run away. Alright, I've looked everywhere. It's still no luck. We've searched the whole ship and found not a hint of the spell anywhere. Where in the world could it be? I suppose that just leaves the ship's hull as you suggested, sir. If it's not there, then we can be sure it's nowhere on this ship. If you think you're right, sir, and the only explanation that makes sense, then we're cooked! There's nothing we can do. Oh, it's that whale we saw earlier. Ah! Sancho? What is it, Sancho? That whale! Huh? The whale is inscribed. The diagram is inscribed on the whale. The whale is the linchpin of this whole curse. You've got to be kidding me. Let's go harpooning some whales. Next time on Whale Wars or Whale Watchers, or no, it was Whale Wars, right? That's that old really shitty show. Which for Mercury, that I know that's like one of the newer ones, right? Like second newest one. A single berserker. My gut feeling is that this is a boss. Let's have some fun. Hang on. Fuck it. No, actually, we're... Oh, wait, no, she is an art servant. Regardless, that does work out. That said, we don't need that. Yeah, why not? Grimdark, High Realism, Sick Mech Battles, Iron-Blooded Orphans. I feel like I've heard that one thrown around a lot, too. Yeah. Honestly, that'd be kind of fun. Now we know what to look for. You can see the whale has been circling the ship the whole time. It never goes away or comes any closer. It has maintained a constant distance. The captain's spell must have bound it to the ship. So as long as that whale is around, this ship will remain perfectly intact. And anyone who sets foot on it will be forever bound to it as a ghost. It sounds like it's in pain. I expect it is. That is the cry of a creature being forced to endure terrible suffering. The poor thing. All this time, that whale had been forced to swim in circles around in the same spot. The whole vastness of the ocean awaits, yet there is nowhere it can go. I think that whale must want to be freed, just as much as we want to escape this curse, especially if it's been tied to this ship for over 200 years. And what are we waiting for? Let's go save that whale! Char! Whoa, hold up. Don't try to stop me, master. I would gladly go through anything to help you, come hell or high water. Be it as it may, sir, fighting a whale in high water would still leave us at a serious disadvantage. But we can't just, make up for that with love, courage, and whatnot. Love and courage both dissolve the moment they hit the water, sir. Which is why you two here... Isn't that... Yes, it's the doll we found earlier. I've been looking it over and it appears to be a kind of mystic code. I believe the captain must have used it when he died, because it appears to let you move and breathe underwater. Why didn't he use it to escape, then? I'm afraid it's not that simple, master. I don't know how long the Mystic Code's effects last, but this far out in the ocean, I can't imagine it would be long enough for the Captain Miguel to have reached land. And even if he had, he would have starved to death before he could. So I suspect its effects only lasted long enough for him to reach the whale. At any rate, I believe our course is clear now. So we use this to make our way to the whale and... Not quite, Master. We're not going to kill it. We're going to destroy the spell. Once that's done, both we and the whale should be free of the curse. And while I'm sure it goes without saying, Sir and I will be accompanying you. I never thought I would one day fight a cursed whale in the middle of the sea. I can only hope my lance can end its curse. Let us sally forth. We'll just have to do this. Thank you for waiting. I figured out how to activate the Mystic Code as I thought. It should let us breathe underwater. I'll keep the doll activated, but I'm afraid its effects don't extend very far. So please make sure you stay close to me. Don't worry, that's business as usual. Yes, good point. This should be just like any other battle. I knew we could count on you, Master. All right, time for us to share another adventure. Activating Mystic Code. Let's go. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the... I don't know why that's the first thing that came into my head. It looks like it's noticed us. Please prepare for battle. Nonsense, the two of us are hardened warriors, worth 1,000 men apiece. Together I, Don Quixote, chivalrous knight, and you, my loyal Sancho, shall bring salvation to this cursed whale. All right, let's do this. Yes, Master. Gundam 00 and Gundam Wing are very similar in their focus on politics, military factions, and freedom fighters, though of the two, Doubles are the better quality story and pacing. Huyan Zhuo Arc Wings is more melodrama and suffers from curse of stock footage animation, but also more grounded. Arc I know about the Huyan Zhuo. I can identify what fan base you are from, and look, I know you guys. You're a German Fujoshi at this point. There's no hiding it. Yes, that's one of the imaginary scramble whales. I think it doesn't really matter. That one's it's only one enemy, so they're both. It's going to be an arts card regardless. Or it's even if it's a buster card, it's just going to hit normal. No point in trying to put that at the end to get extra damage or to transition it. The one. Oh, sorry, Filipino as well. I don't suppose you're someone from that community that... Am I allowed to blame you as one of the people that didn't know that Paul Bunyan is Canadian? God, that... I'll be honest here, that game show, some of those answers did give me psychic damage. No, Arcroach, that's the point. That's the point. There was one of the poll questions, which was list a country that doesn't have a servant yet, or something along those lines, and people listed Canada, despite Paul Bunyan's very existence. I'm sorry, Dakota Doyle. Had to reboot. I don't think I'm going to have to actually kill this one. I think it ends after the break. German, Filipino, Dutch, Fujoshi community. Yes. Yes, that's the one, Arcroge. Or Arcroge. Arcroge. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I agree to Kododo. I do feel like if we're looking at African servants, we've really centered a lot on the Egypt side. Though I think, did we get away from that a couple? I'd have to think through my servants to know for sure. That's what I thought. We weren't going to kill a whale. Philippine servant when. Ah, yeah. All right. The whale's spell has been completely destroyed. And the whale is disappearing along with it. The poor thing must have endured all it could. O whale, ensnared by the deeds of men, farewell. May you rest in peace. Oh, there you are. You guys okay? Wait, are you in the ocean? How are you breathing? Never mind that right now. The singularity's repaired, so we're bringing you back immediately. Thanks, Da Vinci. And so we vanquished the wicked mage, rescued the whale, and sent it back to the sea from whence it came. Yeah, okay. The Disney-fied version of that story was the one you wanted to give to the kids. I agree. We're so glad the whale was okay. And you all lived happily ever after. That's not exactly how I remember it. We thought it for the best to make the ending a touch more child-friendly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that's all I have for now. However, the day will come when I have another thrilling tale of adventures of Don Quixote for you. I feel bad about lying to them, but I couldn't stomach the thought of the disappointed looks on their faces if I told them the truth. I wonder if I did the right thing. I think you did, sir. I don't think you made a mistake. That's a relief. Still, when you get right down to it, you could say my whole life story is one big lie. So maybe throwing another one on top won't make any difference at this point. Who cares if your story wasn't completely true? It's not as though it hurt anyone. Even when reality is painful, I would hope the lies we call stories can at least be kind ones. At least that's what I think. Yes, I think you're right, Sancho. Then I'll keep doing it. I'll keep spinning my yarns. There's no other way an ordinary man like me could stand before the true heroes here. I'll keep aiming for happy endings and convenient plot twists, even if that means lying now and then. Yes, sir. And as your maid, princess, and attendant, I'll be there with you every step of the way. Now come, master. It's time we begin our next great adventure. For as long as we're here in Chaldea, there will surely be no end to the opportunities. You got it. I actually really like Don Quixote as a servant. I really liked him in the Trom chapter. That's why I have him, because I've played the Trom chapter. I'm like, man, fuck, I really want Don Quixote now, even if he's kind of shit. Okay, let me catch up on chat a little here. Andromeda, I'd have to look at where Andromeda would take place within Greek, because I know you have Greek mythology, and then you have the places where these things would have actually taken place. And sometimes you can have crossover certain times. I could see where Andromeda uh, um, could be African. I'd have to look though. Even more Gundam Seed for some reason. Hold on. Gundam Seed is fine, but suffers from soap opera drama and stock footage syndrome. Good Matt Music's. I see. Seed is just its own sub-franchise then. Okay. Given that it's the second most popular one and the only other one people requested, we're going to do Kama next. Is Kama that old? Where art thou, Kama? There art thou, Kama. Yes, I'm aware Gundam is about as alternate timeline heavy as Type Moon, if not more. So, I don't have a problem with that at all, obviously. Da Vinci, there's something I need to tell you. Oh yes, I'm well aware. This is a matter of grave importance. We can't afford to not act here. In fact, part of me wonders if we might already be too late. Now that things have reached this point, we may not need to resort to drastic measures. That might not be necessary. Then again, I guess you have a point. I understand if that's what needs to be done. Then that's what we'll have to do. It may not go over well with everyone, but it doesn't matter. After all, this problem affects us all. So what did you tell Master? I just contacted him a little while ago. He should be here at any moment now. Okay, I'm here. What's up? Hey, Nick. Sorry to call you on short notice, but there's something important we have to discuss. Huh? Are you alright, Master? Master! Damn it! Contact the infirmary. Tell them we need a stretcher in here on the dub. What am I doing at a school? Good morning. I can't believe you fell asleep in between classes. How late were you up last night anyway? Huh? Why are you... What, are you still half asleep or something? You didn't forget about me, did you? Of course I recognize you, Kama. Good, you better. Especially since we're not just in the same class now. We're also going out. So you better not get on my bad side, got it? So you're my girlfriend, and you're a servant. It's not working as well as it should. Is it because I'm not as strong as I used to be? Oh well, at least he seems to be buying the setup, so I guess it'll do for now. Anyway, yes, Nick, that's right. I'm your girlfriend. We're madly in love. This is our homeroom. That's all you need to know. Look, you can see our classmates having fun going about their lives, too. I knew I saw how well you did in gym class. And your talent is undeniable. It's not too late to quit the assassin team and join my team so we can triumph at nationals together. What do you say? I say no way, Jose. Like I've told you before, the Saber team is my mortal enemy. Besides, the assassin team, nay, the true Saber team, is already 1000% guaranteed to make it to nationals. So when you're going home from school, please make sure you go through as many dimly lit overpasses and dangerous black alleys as possible. This sucks. I hate the next class. Maybe I'll just ditch. Ditching class, you say? I'd be down for that. Me too. Besides, that may be the only way to get our hands on those limited edition sweet potato Yukon at the school store before they sell out for good. Come on, guys. Cut it out. You know who we've got next class, right? I'm the class rep, so if you ditch, I'm the one who's going to get in trouble. Knitting in silence. Oh, I've been crunching numbers all day. I just don't see how we're going to stay beneath the budget next semester. Anything I can do to help? I'm on the student council too, after all, so I'd be happy to do it. Thank you, Secretary. The best way you can go about helping us is by doing your job. While I would like to take it easy as possible, I can still handle this on my own. That impartial to a fault student council president assigned me the task himself. He must have been confident that I could handle it. Well, he may have gotten the better of me at the election. I'll be damned if I fall down on this job. Morning, all. Man, I'm like so late today. Late is hardly the word for it, Suzuka. Do you have any idea what period it is now? This is unacceptable. Hey, like, I couldn't help it, yeah? Besides, it was all, like, Nagiko's fault anyway. Man, what is this world coming to? You wouldn't believe how long we had to wait in line just to get boba. So those are my classmates? Yeah, that's right. Some of them are your friends, and some of them aren't. It's the same kind of ordinary homeroom you'd find anywhere. A perfectly peaceful scene with nothing to worry about. And on top of that, you've got me for a girlfriend. Aren't you happy? Of course you are. Now then, what do you say we go somewhere private and have some real fun? Let's see, it looks like your heart's deepest desires are sharing a single bottle of soda and listening to music together on a pair of shared earbuds. Huh? Really? You're just that vanilla and platonic? I think that's actually more embarrassing than what I expected. Are you sure you don't want to go out behind the school or sneak off to the PE storeroom? It's okay, you don't need to hold back. Just tell me what you really want to do and I'll make it happen. Say, here's an idea. What if we changed what we called each other? We are a couple after all, so we definitely need pet names. Excuse me, the silly observation, but I noticed you didn't make him your senpai. Yikes, you scare me. Anyway, keep out of this, Ryder. I only cast you as a classmate for a reason. Sure, I thought of incorporating that kind of slight age difference in this scenario at first, but something about calling him that by default just didn't sit right with me. Or I guess it didn't sit right with this body. Whatever. So I decided to go with the classic classmate trope. I just realized I never plugged a charger into this phone. So, if I don't want this dying partway into the stream, hang on for 2 seconds. Okay, good, we're charging. Sorry about that. I had to disconnect it just in case I accidentally swiped my notifications down. There we go. I see. I don't really get it, but got it. Besides, as far as I'm concerned, the important thing is that you found somewhere you can be happy, even in this form. Now that you've come this far, I think it's much better than crying all the time. This is not how I thought things would go. Maybe because I'm repurposing existing data? Oh well, as long as I can keep Master under my thumb, I should be able to keep the overall scenario going. I think she was worried about you. I can't think of any reason a Greek anti-hero would care about a divinity like me. Then again, I can't deny I feel a tiny connection with her too. Maybe it's because her pantheon has its own god of love. Eros, I think. Yeah, that's probably all it is. Anyway, I think that's enough break time for now. Next up. Awfully rowdy in here. You kids must be our new crop of first years. Where did you get that data from, comma? Much better. All rise. Bow. Be seated. Consider yourselves lucky that you commoners get to enjoy my sophisticated curriculum, and be sure to make the most of it. This class is so much fun, isn't it? By the way, my seat is right next to yours. So let's be sure we both have lots of fun, just like any happy couple would. Yeah, hi, Archibald. And so, given the noblesse oblige is considered a moral obligation rather than a legal one. Huh, that's what you want to know? Well, okay. really, I wouldn't have thought that from looking at you. Of course I knew already. Yes, I do remember the Excel Zero event. I see that you're a lot chattier in writing. I guess you're that kind of person who rereads the text they sent in the middle of the night, right before they wake up, only to be mortified by what they wrote. Anyway, now that we've enjoyed pretending to be a couple during class, let's move on to the next phase. You there, what do you think you're doing, flirting during my class? Not that I don't understand how you feel, mind you. My fiancé and I had our own share of... What the... Ah, we're evil terrorists. We've shown up out of nowhere. And we've taken complete control of this school. You're all our hostages now. Don't move or we'll kill you. Oh, that escalated quickly. But really, that got out of hand. So, what are you going to do now? I don't think you have much of a choice. If you don't step up, all of the classmates could end up dead. I don't actually know how much mental autonomy these servants have right now. So now is the time to stop pretending to be an ordinary high school student and unleash your true power. What true power? Anyway, started blasting. Oh my gosh, don't tell me you forgot. You're an elite super spy with extensive counterterrorism training, remember? So does that mean my cover's been blown? Yes, try to keep up, will you? This is enough of a pain as it is. As for me, I'm not just your girlfriend, I'm also your partner in the agency, and the only one who knows your true identity. We always fight side by side, except for the times I inexplicably wind up in a tight spot and need you to save me. So get on top of this, okay? Yes, that's right. Enjoy all that sweet catharsis you've been craving. You're free to enjoy the things you love as much as you want, at least while you're here. Reed's gonna go through a magical girl transformation? That would be pretty funny. Lancer. Let's... Oh, I gotta use comma. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna change this up then. We'll go with comma here. And here's those situations where having Caster and Ruler Scotty is helpful. Force supports. Let's see. Where's my Ruler Scotty? Or my Caster Scotty, I mean. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. It's not a force support. Still, I will bring them both. Mash is going to sit in the back line here. Where's my Mash? There's my Mash. And let's set up a... Do I have a quick Lancer I could set up with AoE? Are you single target or AoE, Bradamante? Or Britomart? Okay, she is AoE. So we can go with her. Or I can... Do I have a quick Berserker instead? With her or Zhang Yu, I guess. But... Yeah, let's go with Burrito Mart. I don't ever use her, so... Fun fact, though, if you want to use the NPC comma, it actually probably would be better in a lot of situations, depending on how many CEs you want to bring. But bond farming is actually helpful right now. Okay, and I'm going to give you a CE to help with looping a little bit. Sure. You wearing, young lady, that's my armor. I don't know if this is where they got the Arjuna Alter Prez skin. Because I don't know when this interlude actually came out. Okay. Isn't that bad. I can toy with this a little bit. Yeah, well... I was thinking about using Brito Mart to AoE farm in case they did something really stupid, but I think we'll be fine. I can do this in 3 turns. If only I had a little bit more in the way of C stars, though. That'd be nice in this round. It'll be fine. Because really my plan is something like this. That said, I don't know if I'm going to get a kill on round, if this is going to work out as well as I'd like. Oh! 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 Okay. Even with the crit, that wasn't quite enough. After Oku. Everyone but the one who's actually benefits from that. Okay. I should have popped that too. I have no idea when campaign 14 was. I'm not keeping that good a track of these things. It's starting to get darker. I could pop another light. September of 2020. Okay. 2020 in NA was around Anastasia. I think by September we had Goddard Damerung as well. And maybe even Sin by that point. Meaning 2 years out, we're probably looking not at Lost Belt 4. Lost Belt 5 would have been about 2 years out, so they would have been at Olympus. So this would have come out around Olympus then. In the Olympus, like Hankyo, Imaginary Scramble, somewhere in that range. Today I disarmed terrorists, met a mysterious transfer student, and faced off against a secret student council. It's been a long day, but now at last the final bell is rung and school is out. I have to say, that was a lot of fun. I see, I'm glad to hear that. It makes me even happier to be your girlfriend. Anyway, this is your normal student life, huh? School buildings, couples, friends, teachers. This stuff is all pretty new to me, actually. It's not like this is your first time being a friend or lover, right? One moment. I need to turn off my notifications, because that's... That can be bad. For some reason, unlike like Seki's phone, in the past, my phone would mute all notifications for a while. Right now, okay, that should fix my problem. That's true. I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to be married to Rati, the goddess of lust, love, and passion. I also had a friend, Vasanta, the season of spring. Well, as a servant, I know they existed, but I don't actually remember them that much. Servants are just shadows inscribed in human history, after all. You do at least know that, right? So the version of any heroic spirit that appears before people is just one aspect of the real thing. All the more for someone with so many sides like me. So no, I don't really know Rati or Vasanta at all. I don't have any idea how the original Kama, god of love, may have loved them. Or how they might have loved her in return. But why am I even talking about this? There's no point in it. And again, I guess it's just like me to go on about something unimportant. Maybe the excitement of this new situation is getting to me. I had no idea modern high school students were so full of love. Festering love, ugly love, dirty love, clean love. I guess they appeal to me more than I realized. I think I like it here. Maybe this could even be a great place to build a temple to myself. Just kidding. Anyway, I'm starting to get bored with it now, so why don't we switch things up again? Wait till you see what I've got in store next. Go through trauma, Ken, and you're at Sirmium. Why are we fighting so many archers? Huh? An amusement park? Of course it's an amusement park. You're so silly, Daddy. Oh, God. Dad! It's too bad Mommy couldn't come with us, but you still brought me here just like you promised. You're always so tired from work, so I would have understood if you wanted to stay home and relax, but you brought me here anyway. Thanks, Daddy. I love you so much. Are you my daughter or my servant? Okay, that's enough of that, please. We don't need to keep it real right now. Just play along. It's not every day I get to offer this kind of fan service, you know? Now come on, Daddy, or I'll go on without you. Not so fast, Kama. We can't have you getting lost, right? Wow, there's so many rides here. Which one should we go on first? Well, howdy there. I'm so glad to see you like our rides. They really are to die for, aren't they? On behalf of Super Wonderful Happy Joy-Filled Dreamland, I thank you from the bottom of my clowny heart. Here, have a present. Don't worry. It's just an everyday, ordinary, completely normal balloon. Oh boy, a balloon. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Clown. That's definitely not the kind of cloud you want to leave your kid alone with. I promise you there's nothing to worry about. We clowns are supposed to be shady looking after all. I certainly didn't do anything to that balloon that would cause it to tick. So any ticking you're hearing must be coming from somewhere else. Clowns and balloons are not a good mix. Nope. Nope. Oh, don't worry about it, Daddy. It's just a little foreshadowing. Anyway, I hope you both have the time of your life here at a super great something or other dreamland. Alas, this is my only scene. I'm so sad. Fuck notifications. Can I not turn off any notifications on this? Okay. Now that should turn off my notifications for a while. I just need to remember to turn that back on when stream is over. Wait for the sound to cut back in. Gosh, it must be so hard to be a clown when everyone's so scared of you. He ought to reconsider his career choice. Maybe something like going around and spreading love. Especially since there's no guarantee other people will appreciate you for it. Anyway, I can't decide where we should go next, so I want you to choose, Daddy. Can't go wrong with the merry-go-round. Yes, you can! You can go wrong with the merry-go-round. What the hell? I'm Lubu, not a horse, but I suppose I can fill you in for a merry-go-round horse. Go on, hop on, young lady. Yay! Are you watching me, Daddy? It's faster than it looks. This is fun. Make sure you hold on tight so you don't fall. I will. I need this to pass, and I need them to immediately loop it, and we need to be sitting here for like 5 minutes while this happens. And they come around again. One more time. Damn. You know, it's nice seeing her have fun like a regular kid. The hot dogs here are yummy, Daddy. Here, you've got some ketchup on your cheek. Hey, don't wipe my face without asking. I'm not a kid, you know. I mean, but I'll always be your little girl, of course. Now, where were we? Thanks again, Daddy. That hit the spot. Oh, let's go on the Ferris wheel next. Horrified. She'd be horrified at this. Face and hands pressed against the window. Oh, sorry, that wasn't said. That was acted. I can act that. No, we're not doing that. Wow, we're so high up. I think I can see our house from here. Are you having fun? Uh-huh, lots of fun. Thanks again for bringing me here, Daddy. You're having fun too, right? That's the whole point of this, after all. Absolutely. I'm having a blast. Good. Still, you know what I think? I think it's still missing something exciting. Something to break us out of the routine. No, I'm not talking about going to the haunted house. I think we could use another incident to liven things up a bit before the Ferris wheel reaches the bottom. Oh, right, I almost forgot. I had another one of these ready to go. Just don't blame me for it being a little repetitive, okay? I'm working with your desires here. We're another group of evil terrorists that just showed up out of nowhere. We've planted bombs all around this amusement park. If anyone tries to help the park visitors escape or shuts off any of the rides, we'll blow the whole thing up. Oh, no. You have to do something. By sheer coincidence, Daddy. You're the only veteran / world-famous scientist capable of disarming the bombs in the whole park. Ah, now I see. So that's the latest scenario. It's not a scenario, it's reality. Pure, unaltered in any way reality. Oh, did I forget to mention that I'm also a girl genius with incredible supernatural powers who was once kidnapped by an evil organization you took on single-handedly to rescue me? That means I can help you out both with bombs and with combat. I swore I would never use these powers again. But if it means saving the amusement park, I'll do what I have to. Come on, Daddy, let's go beat up the bad guys and have fun disarming those bombs. Anyway, they started plot. Yeah. Yeah, so Jack has some competition coming. Trying to make me reset up my team like this isn't a repeat of the exact same battle we just got done doing last time. The hot potato gimmick for that one Gouda. Yeah, another Sea Star bomb. Yeah. Man, I really got the shit end of the stick of the Sea Stars this time. This feels like the play. I might not kill that last one. I might be able to kill that last one off just crit steroids and debuffs here, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Debuffs the Thief Justice. Yeah, I didn't think that would kill. If that last hand had been a little bit better, that would have gone and that would have been a 2-rounder. Oops, all quick, yeah. With the terrorists defeated and the bombs safely disarmed, peace returned to the amusement park once again. You really loved that parade, didn't you? Your mouth was open the whole time. Yes, I suppose so. You can tell they put a lot of time and energy into making that entertaining. I even got a sense of deep history behind the culture of entertainment and parades like that originated from. So even if I did just recreate this all from your subconscious mind, it was still kind of new and exciting for me. But only a little bit, and most of that probably had to do with the situation rubbing off on me. I'm a child right now, after all, and children can't help but be impressed by things like this. They just inevitably get caught up in them. So that's why. That's why. I guess you gods don't have childhoods. You mean, did an actual child self of mine exist? Not just this childish form I've taken as a means of providing love? Yes, it did. Though, like with the companions I met earlier, I only know about it. I haven't experienced it. I once transmigrated into Pradyumna, the child of Krishna and Rukmini. As Pradyumna, I was reunited with Rati, who's transmigrated in the same way, And I also slew Shambara and Asura. Oh, but that's something I really don't actually know anything about. My current self is the one Shiva burned alive and then ended up connecting to something else as a result. This infinite, unending pain that burns me to ash is the main thing that makes me distinct from Pradyumna. So, what am I going on about? Did that parade secretly have some spell on it to loosen people's lips? It wouldn't surprise me given how pretty it was. I'll have to be more careful next time. Anyway, suffice to say that version of me isn't who I am now. No connection. Who's that guy connected to Vishnu again? The way Krishna is? Rama, was it? I don't have much of an opinion on him either. I just like to keep my distance from him as much as possible, like anyone else with ties to Shiva. Besides, it'd be a huge pain in the ass to mess with that couple's romance. Not to mention it'd basically be me messing with Vishnu and Lakshmi's relationship too, no thanks. Anyway, now that we've seen the parade, I think I've had enough with this place, so let's move on to the next one. Hopefully, we'll finally be able to change things up this time. Alright, let's keep the story going. I have no idea if Seki would like him as a character or not. I really don't know. Seki has memed a little bit too much on the fact that she hates the book Don Quixote. So I have no idea if that hate's going to transfer over to the character or if that's something that she's going to be able to look past for the joke. For the amusement of it all. Go on, boss. Drink up. We only have one company cherry blossom viewing party a year, after all. You know, I'm really grateful to you, boss. You taught me everything I know about this job back when I joined the company. Back then, I had no idea what I was doing, and if it wasn't for you, Anyway, go on. I'll be glad to pour all the drinks you want. You and I are both making it out of this alive. Got that? I refuse to let another one of us end up in the belly of that giant anaconda. You already fed it some dynamite. Great. Don't worry, as soon as it opens its mouth, I'll make sure to light the fuse. Closer. Closer. Now die, you snake. Uh-oh, not looking good. I'll have to try an ultra-light speed subspace dimensional warp while maneuvering through the asteroid belt. It's incredibly dangerous, but it's also our only way out. Do you trust me, partner? Thanks. Okay, I'll hold on to that canned meat and pray we don't end up as space debris when we warp out. Here goes nothing. One moment I'm riding a spaceship through asteroids, the next I'm resting my head on her lap at a campfire. It's so soft and warm, it's making me sleepy. Well, did you enjoy it all? Everything we did? I had a blast. Sorry if the scenario's got a little quick and cliched towards the end there. That's what happens when you make lots of them at once. Still, I'm not done yet. Not by a long shot. My love has no limits. I can spoil you any way you like, no matter how depraved. So nice I can barely keep my eyes open. Feeling sleepy? That's perfectly fine. By all means, let yourself drift off. Time and space have no meaning here inside my dreamscape. I can rock you into depravity inside this cradle forever and ever. You know, this really makes it feel like I'm the parent and you're my child now. Entrusting me with your life and your future, never doubting I'll love you fully and uncontrollably. Letting yourself fall into deep sleep in my lap from which you might never awaken. You're just so vulnerable now. Oh, no, this won't do. There are such things as being too vulnerable. When I know I can do anything to you, how do you expect me to hold back? You know, if I were to burn away all your worries, freeing you from your earthly desires, that would really put you at ease, wouldn't it? Now, what the hell was that? Nobody said anything about this. Type 1 security breach detected. Requesting emergency defense activation. That damn goddess must have secretly embedded this in Master. Ugh, she really pisses me off. I can't believe she came up with an antivirus software designed to only respond when I tried something like this. Parvati says no. Bad touch. What is it? Fire? Enemy attack? I don't know. All I know is I'm definitely not going to like whatever happens next. I swear she likes my personal pain. She's like my personal pain in the ass, whether she realizes it or not. Countdown to execution. Trini, Dve, Ekam, Nama, Sivaya. Return to Shiva. Now, what's going on? I'm glad to be here with you, of course, Lord Jiangyu, but why have we been summoned here? Initiating calculations. Done. There is no need for concern, my beloved. We are not truly ourselves right now. Rather, we are more like to illusions with a specific purpose. Ritsuka mental force activate. Oh my, where are we? I expect our general mission remains the same no matter where we are, so I'm guessing we're about to fight. You rang and we came. Ta-da! Fun fact, I voluntarily contributed this version of me for use in this antivirus program. Anyway, Darling and I were together as basically a date anyway. Besides, who wouldn't be thrilled to meet such a wonderful criteria for taking part in this program? Ah, great. Now what have I got myself caught up in? I knew it. I hate crap like this. This whole field is infused with my love. So that damn goddess made an attack program that would send other servants with the same attribute. And not just any kind of servants, the kind my arrows won't have any effect on. The kind that make me sick just to look at. I don't know what she's talking about. Anyway, what should we do, Lord Jiangyu? The fact that we are here means we are expected to perform our own functions. Thus, we simply need to do our jobs. Of course, if you don't feel up to do so, I won't force you. Not at all, Lord Jiangyu. If it means to ride into battle, I will always be by your side no matter where we go. We're in much the same situation ourselves. In fact, I once made a vow to never pass up a chance to look good in front of my beloved. And this certainly qualifies. Oh, Sigurd. Oh, are you a god of love? I thought you reminded me of Aphrodite and Eros somehow. So you're basically just doing your job and getting treated like a huge nuisance for it. Then again, given what your deal is, I get the feeling you're just operating within your design specs. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Just for the record, Aphrodite isn't the only goddess that can be a huge nuisance. Anyway, since I'm here on behalf of lovey-dovey couples everywhere today, I'm feeling so fired up, I'm going to fight harder than normal. So I'm in the same group as Jiangyu and Sigurd? I was kind of hoping for just a little more freedom. Is there a problem with the situation, darling? Do you really think there is anywhere you can escape in this world? No, I guess not, on multiple levels. This is infuriating. Just when I'd gotten my groove back for the first time in ages. And the worst part is, this whole thing is playing out just like that damn goddess planned. Well, if she thinks I'm going to lie down and take it, she's got another thing coming. You hear that? I'm not holding back anymore. Now give me all the magical energy you can. Hurry. I'm just going to pretend this is a big combat simulation. For Cleopatra and Caesar to show up, Cleopatra would have to be someone the devs remembered. Or wanted to remember. Okay, I want someone who's a little more reliable in the back. So we're going to throw... where is she? Oh, she's grailed now, isn't she? Yes. Throw Kenshin in the back here. Actually, no. I'm using a quick setup. I should throw someone quick in the back. So if we want to go quick servant who could deal with bosses... At this point, it would still be Dantes. Do. Hand could be better. Okay. But we'll manage. Hit you with the NP. Yeah. We'll go triple quick, get C stars for next time. That Merlin has been watching this entire interlude with a bag of popcorn. That would not surprise me. Okay, in this case, NP Sigurd. This is probably... No, I'd rather pop that next round. There we go. Yeah, Abby becoming the Dream Guardian is like brand new in NA. In fact, at around this time, I don't know how long ago it would have been, but I know there was an Abby interlude as well, which is basically the other Abby attacking in Ritsuka's dreams. So Abby is not quite on the good side of Ritsuka dreaming yet. In fact, this should be still relatively close in time period to the summer event, which was a not insignificant amount of that was Abby. When Abby's summer dropped. Oh, you all knock it off with your damn PDA already. These goddamn palpitations are starting to piss me off. Are you trying to start a fight knowing I'm the god of freaking love? Wait, of course you are. That's the whole reason you were added to this damn program in the first place. You don't have to put it like that. I really didn't mean you any harm. But you know as well as I do it, this was the only way I could stop you from getting all carried away, right? I don't want to upset you. I really don't. But when you made this world filled with love inside Master, sending those loving couples in was the only way I knew I could stop you. I'm sorry. Hey, that's part... Ah, you're so irritating. All right. I get it already. I can't get it to any more naughtiness when you're peering in on us from on high anyway. So, okay, you win. It's been fun, but it's over now. I don't know if Nick will remember any of this after he wakes up, but just to be clear, I won't be accepting any complaints or criticisms about what took place here. There, until next time. It is about to end. There's something I need to say first. there you are. Morning, sunshine. How are you feeling, Master? Pretty good. Kind of refreshed, really. I'm sure you do. While I did have time to step in at the end before things went too far, her interference up to that point wasn't bad by any means. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Master. You must be wondering what I'm doing here. Do you understand what's going on here? I doubt it. If he did, I'm pretty sure things wouldn't have turned out like this in the first place. So the first thing you need to know is you were exhausted, like full-on fatigue exhausted. You were actually one step away from collapse. The only thing keeping you conscious were your stress levels and your sheer sense of responsibility. Both mentally and physically, your fatigue had reached dangerous levels. Once we found out, we hurriedly made a program that could help you get the rest you needed, but if possible, we were hoping you could recover naturally since relying on machines isn't the best way to go. But just as we called you in and were about to tell you what was up, you lost consciousness. Do you know why that is? Oh, yes. So if you'll excuse me, there's something I need to take care of. By all means, and thank you, Nick. Crap! What do you want? Well, I still haven't thanked you yet, so... Thank me for what? I don't know what you're, alright, I guess I can hear what you have to say. So how much do you remember? All of it, basically. Are you kidding me? Wait, you mean you knew what was happening all along? So the whole thing just felt like a dream, but you knew what was happening for most of it. But why did you play along with all that ridiculous crap? I could tell it was all in good fun from the start, so... I see. Well, it's no big deal. I mean, providing love is part of my authority and all. It's really doesn't matter what form that love takes or how much other people see it, you know? I'm sure not embarrassed about it. I can tell you that much. It's just, I feel a little silly now that I know it was all for nothing. It's like letting your hair down around someone when you're out drinking, only to find out later that they were sober the whole time. It wasn't all for nothing. You really helped me out, Kama. You did that because you found out I was close to having a breakdown, right? Only because I can't have you falling apart on me yet. You're basically my toy to do with as I please, after all. I mean, obviously, it's crazy for a master like you to keep a twisted god of love who's no good for anything around as his servant. Really, it's so messed up, I don't even know what to think about it. So whatever you do think about me, the best I can do is toy with you and by giving you just enough love and no more. In fact, while we're on the subject, maybe you should clear things up once and for all. Tell me then, Nick, how do you think of me as a god of love? All I do is go around firing arrows of desire at people to make love, uncertain and unreliable as it is, go around, after all. So doesn't that basically make me a demon? You're the god who gives me the courage I need to take the next big step. I can't believe you responded so quickly and so earnestly. In fact, I think I actually need to take a moment to recover from the shock. You know what? That whole sincere act of yours kind of reminds me of Parvati. I don't like it. Cut it out. Oh, I'm, sorry? Now that I think about it, this guy's Parvati's master too, isn't he? So I guess it's no surprise he and her might be on the same wavelength sometimes. No, that's not all there is to it. I think I finally kind of get it now. It's not just the aura of goodness he exudes. He also lives in my mind rent-free, kind of like she does. I guess that explains it. Sometimes it's really hard keeping up with him, and he has a way of pissing me off. But I just can't ignore him. I always end up looking his way, thinking about him even when I don't mean to. He takes up as much space in my mind as that damn goddess does, even though he's just an ordinary human. A master supposed to be no more than my plaything. But why? I guess it's because that goddess is connected to who I am as a god. And this human is connected to who I am as a servant here at Chaldea. I wonder if he understands that means I'm going to keep watching him along with all the danger I pose. I mean, what else can I do? I can't forget about him, and I can't ignore him. He's like that eternal pain that doesn't fade no matter what. Are you okay? You've been silently making weird faces for a while now. Everything's fine, okay? If anyone here should be worried about being okay, it's you. I've had it up to here with you, and your thoughtless happy-go-lucky bullshit. So if you know what's good for you, don't ever work yourself to the verge of physical breakdown again. You'll never know when a demon, read God, like me, will be there waiting to swoop in and suck the life out of you. What, you thought that was a warning? Nope, I'm threatening you, you dunce. Next time, there might not be a Parvati firewall inside you to keep you safe. Especially if you're so utterly exhausted you can't fend off genuinely dangerous temptations. Seriously, if you're not careful, I might just end up swallowing you whole with my boundless love. So I'd be careful if I were you. Because pain in the neck gods of love like me, we're not here to give you a nudge and encourage you to take the next big step. We're just biding our time, waiting for the chance to finally push your happy-go-lucky ass over the cliffs of depravity and keep you there forever. Hey, just in time for the login. Yeah, comma, the girl failure. We get Ajax, Fate Stay Night Shield Bro. Ajax would be kind of fun to get. And I know there's a lot of rumors right now about something Greek coming up in FGO, but we'll see. They could do something Greek. There's my Saint Quartz reward. Oh, look, another comma interlude. Where you at? Where you at? We're not doing another interlude tonight, by the way, guys. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing another interlude tonight. What I will say, and this stream is was kind of a pilot to see how it went. I wanted to see how getting an extra, about making an extra stream during the week FGO, how that would feel to do interludes and rank ups. It went pretty well this week, I think. About a 2-hour casual stream. Y'all might start seeing extra streams from me soon, and this is something I would like to do, because I do feel bad. I know a large chunk of the audience is here, namely for FGO, and I do feel bad, especially this week where Seki had to be out. So, I do want to start putting more FGO on the channel again from me. Obviously, right now we're right around the corner from After Time 1 on JP, so I probably won't be doing this regularly till that's done. But as we go into the summer, especially while Seki's out of town, again for the summer, I'll probably be doing a lot more FGO rank up and interlude streams just because I have so many to catch up on. Like, holy fucking shit. We did 3 of these collectively today. I still have 100 of these things left. We could do this for a year probably if I do these weekly. It's not that it's going to be a weekly thing. It's going to be a as I have time thing. Alright, now time to play the game. Clearing out people on my friends list. 4 days ago, gone. Do I be mean? You have anything other than MASH? No. And you're 2 days ago with a level 1 MASH. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're gone. Friend request. Oh, that was my friend request. Whoops. I have to keep that 18 days ago motherfucker. I have to talk to him, actually. This is the brutality of NikNak, unless I know you. Okay, now I can start accepting people again. One day ago is still technically infeasible login range, so I'm not kicking him out yet, but it does lower my friends list count, thankfully. Yes, Tiamat is on rate up. I'm not rolling for anyone right now because I am in full save mode for the summer, but here's what we'll do. Do I have a... I do not have a paid Saint Core. We'll drop a single ticket on Draco. Just a fun single ticket. Let's get a 3-star CE. 3-star Servant. 3-star Servant. Is it Inushi or Magikardo? Magikardo. That's all we're doing on that right now. Yeah, I don't... If I had paid courts, I'd do some singles. but I do not. Okay. I've already claimed that. Okay. But as you guys can see, I'm actually caught up on my free quests again. At least I should be. I think I got through all the ordeal calls. Yeah, all my ordeal call free quests are done too. I actually have nothing on the Bleached Earth right now I haven't done yet. That is not the case in JP. Okay, move us to a chatting screen for a bit. Because I think I'm done gameplay-wise today. I'm just going to cash in that one bronze apple and shift us back over. If this wasn't my third stream of the week, I actually would probably consider going a little bit longer. But this is my third stream of the week. Today's stream was very experimental, just to see how people liked interlude rank up streams from me. And pretty good turnout. The chat was nice. So sorry, I'm making sure I don't forget something later. I didn't like that. Okay. So all things considered, I was pretty. I need to unplug that. Sorry, guys. I just realized I cannot have that even remotely accidentally popping up what that was plugged into. So yeah, oh gosh, that stream chat's falling behind. No wonder. Let's see. How did that even happen? Chatting. Interact. There we go. That should work out now. For the summon room lights to go out. Yeah, it would have been kind of funny for it to happen, but no. And if I wasn't saving, if I wasn't literally saving for summer right now, I'd have done it. I'd have gone and dropped all my coins. But unfortunately, this year is not next year. This year is a pretty big savior, pretty rough. Brightness out the wazoo. You mean in the summoning room or in my actual apartment? Because I've got that here going on me. I'm trying to turn that away and make sure. The lighting in my apartment sucks. I don't have like an overhead light. I don't have room to put in a ring light like T.H.E sometimes does. I'm not exactly in a great place for a studio setup. So yeah, right now the plan is I want to do this more. I want to do more rank up interlude stuff. Have that as a semi-consistent thing on the channel. That said, this isn't going to come for a bit. I want to wrap up Path of Radiance first. So any extra streams I do next week, none of them are going to be this. This is just a test one I wanted to do. If I wasn't doing this test, it would have been Path of Radiance tonight as well. But once Path of Radiance is wrapped up, and once we're through the After Time 1 stream, you'll probably be seeing FGO back with me a lot more often because I should have time going forward to do more bonus streams, at least on Saturdays every couple weeks or so. And I probably, honestly, even midweek, I might be willing to pop in and do something short like this going forward. Where it's very non-committal and I can cut myself off at an easy time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's where we're at on FGO streams right now. I kind of want to get back to them more often. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get going. I should be back Saturday with another Path of Radiance stream. Seki might be back Saturday. I didn't put it in any schedules because she's not sure if she wants to stream Saturday or not. If she wants to take the day to rest, she often takes the day to rest when she does that. Like one way or the other, I don't know yet. So don't count on a Seki stream. But you might be surprised by her Saturday. She might be back early. 2 NP5 targets, yeah, Carlos, I feel that. If you weren't aware, Seki should have a bunch of Seki Reacts going up this week. I can turn my notifications back on. But let me see here. I can take a look at my studio, my YouTube studio back and see what's coming up. Yeah, we have 2 Seki Reacts set to go up. Oh, one is going up tomorrow and one is going up next week. So we're only got, so it's only one this week, but we have another one going up next week. And these are guaranteed. This is full guaranteed. They're edited. They're up. They're just awaiting publishing. So we have one going up, I believe, at noon tomorrow, and one going up at noon on the 29th, so next Friday. So we're kind of back in the game as far as Seki Reacts go. and Seki and I are working to not fall behind again like that. We've been playing catch up for a while now, so ideally that shouldn't happen again, but we'll see where we're at, how this works out for us. Yeah. All right. Well, keep an eye out on the Discord. If you're ever not in the Discord, I highly encourage you join. It's really, really like I'm often giving live updates on some of the stuff I'm reading from my own videos. Seki is often posting in there, including when she's reading chapters off stream, which she's not doing right now. She'll post sometimes in that regarding that. So it's fun in there. It's chill. But yeah. Until next time, guys, have a good one.